Hello, I have few questions, and if possible, you answer within you, or you can drop down those questions and answers in the comment section. My first question is, you're walking on the road and you drop the garbage on the footpath. Second case, you spit wherever you want to spit on the road. The third thing, you get into your shop and buy the thing as you want. And fourth thing, you come to your work as and when you feel like coming. Fifth thing, you behave in the society the way you want. And next, you hear music, noise, creating noise the way you want. And you think by doing all these things you have freedom, right? But actually you're not at all in freedom. Freedom is one of the word in this world which has been most of all misunderstood. The world has fought for it much. The world has sacrificed much for it, and this is the only one concept which has been misused to its core because of its misunderstanding, I could see. Now there are various levels of freedoms which you need to understand. There are basically 4 types of freedoms which an individual should have. Before that, you need to understand that freedoms are of 2 types. Freedom from is one and freedom of is one. We mix up this from and of, and then the problem starts. You need to have freedom of expression. You can express that which is in you. You need to have freedom of want. The way you want, you can want things. You need to have freedom of fear, which is good. You should not have freedom of fear. Then there is one more beautiful thing called as freedom of worshipping. You worship that which you want and the way you want. And there are certain things which you should change from to off to from. You need to have a higher sensibility for this. Freedom of expression is one, and freedom from expression is one more beautiful thing. Now I need to say a word here. I need to put a line here saying that freedom has to be given to you, and if it is imposed on you, you again fight for freedom. Freedom here is from expression, means you are moving from this level to another level where you do not have anything in you to express because you are free from expression, and you move to that beautiful thing called as silence. Freedom of want is one thing where you want the way you want, but there is something called freedom from wants, which is another higher level where you are not wanting anything in this world, you are renouncing it, you are going away from those wants. And these are not imposed on you, it is being chosen by you. Then there is something called as freedom of fear. You shouldn't have fear, but I would rather say you should have freedom from fear. You should go away from fear. You should stand above fear. You should have freedom for that. If not, you'll have freedom of fear, or fear of freedom is most of the problematic thing that has been here. And there is one more thing which is beautiful by itself, and that freedom is of worshipping. There are people who consider there is something beyond us, there is something above us, which is controlling us, and there is only one way which you can show gratitude to it, by way of worshipping. You can worship the way you want, and you have to. It is left to your choice, but most of the people choose not freedom of worshipping, but freedom from worshipping. They do not choose to worship at all. And most of the bad things starts from there, because you consider then that you are above all and you are above everything else in this world, which is not the truth. Now, what is that freedom? Now I'm going to tell you the actual meaning of freedom. Most of us think that if somebody else is controlling us, if somebody else is dictating things to us, then we are sure that we do not have freedom. Then, if they do not control us, if they leave us for free, if they leave us to choose, if they leave us the way we want to live, then you consider it to be freedom. Not at all. Freedom actually means you control yourself. When you have control on yourself, when you have control on your expressions, when you have control on your wants, when you have control on your fear, when you have control on your worshipping, when you have control on your life as a whole, only then I consider that you have freedom, and you have understood the concept of freedom, and only you are using freedom as a fruit. Only this kind of freedom which says that controlling yourself is what is known as freedom. Then, because of this freedom, the whole world will have better prospects and better results. Do you have freedom to control your life? If you are controlling others' life, it is not at all freedom, and you are imposing freedom on them. Instead, you control your life, you control your activities, you control your thoughts, you control your desires, you control your choice, you control your wants, you control your actions, you control your devotions, then you control your words. All this put together, I call it as freedom, and only this kind of freedom could bring light to this world, and only this kind of freedom could get shine to this world. Use it for better prospects. Happy freedom. God bless.